The move that assured Vee-Jay a place in rock and roll history happened in 1962 when they went to EMI Records in England to pick up the U.S. rights to a British crooner, Frank Ifield.
I remember you.
As part of the deal, EMI threw in a group that was popular in England but virtually unknown in America. Once again, it was a story of one record company picking up a group that another company turned down. EMI first offered the Beatles to its own American subsidiary, Capitol Records.
But if Capitol doesn't want it, then EMI is free to peddle it. So Capitol, for some reason or another, whoever was in charge at that time, said, I don't like this stuff, no. And so I said, okay, let's go for it.
The Beatles were hot in Europe, but their first American single, Please Please Me, didn't even crack the top 100 in the U.S. So after one more disappointing single, in the spring of '63, Vee-Jay put their plans for the Beatles along with the rest of the master tapes on the shelf. In 1963, Vee-Jay's artists were scaling the charts in pop, R&B, blues, jazz, and gospel, but appearances can be deceiving. The label's habit of big spending led to cash flow problems. When bills and royalty payments came due, Vee-Jay couldn't pay.
Whenever you're expanding, you always spend more than you're taking in during expansion. And my idea was to expand. I had a serious disagreement with Jimmy and Vivian, and they felt that it was time to retrench. And I said, if you retrench now, we'll be little. We'll go back to being little again, and I don't want to be little. And they said, but we don't want to go in credit. I was going to borrow some money. I was going to get a line of credit. They said, we don't want to borrow money. It's ours.
To make matters worse, rumors began to go around that Abner was gambling with Vee-Jay's money.
No, it wasn't true. I didn't gamble with company funds. What people don't know is that I owned a third of the company, and I'm gambling. If I gamble with money, it's my money. So we did. I will say that I believe I helped integrate the crap tables in Las Vegas at the Dunes. Not that that's a worthy achievement or anything, but it's a fact.
I don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky.
They said, no more will you run it. And I said, if I can't run it, I can't be here. And so it wasn't a friendly parting.
Raining all the time.
Vee-Jay reorganized with a new president, a former promotion man, Randy Wood. In the transition, a gold mine slipped through the cracks. The Beatles left Vee-Jay in August 1963, claiming their royalties weren't being paid. By January of '64, they signed with Capitol Records, the label that had turned them down a year earlier. That same month, their popularity exploded. But Vee-Jay still had the master tapes to 15 songs, and they believed they had the right to release them, so they did. Capitol Records sued. Vee-Jay didn't have the money to fight a long, drawn-out legal battle, so they settled. The label could continue to release its Beatles songs, but only till the end of the year. The Beatles made Vee-Jay one of the highest-grossing record labels in the nation. The company felt ready to take its place alongside the majors and moved its offices to Hollywood. At the same time, Vee-Jay's president, Randy Wood, made a critical mistake. He left Calvin Carter, Vee-Jay's ear, back in Chicago. Wood tried to repeat the company's previous success with white pop acts, but he didn't have the instincts of Abner and Calvin and repeatedly signed artists that just didn't sell.
I'll set my love to music.
Within 2 years, Vee-Jay was near ruin.
I was called back in 1966. I got a call from Vivian and Jimmy said, Ab, I'm in real trouble, and would you come back and help me sort it out? And I said, yes. But when I got out there, there was a fleet of cars, Cadillacs and Lincolns. I mean, talk about spending money. It was just going through the records was just amazing to me. You know, it was amazing to me, and it was gone, and the people, all the people were gone.
Abner was desperate, so he moved the company back to Chicago. He felt the label had one last chance. The Four Seasons still owed Vee-Jay an album.
But the deal was I couldn't listen to the album. I just had to take it sight unseen. Could take it without listening to it. Okay. And I said, should I not? I said, okay, they're a big act, they're hot, I'll take it.
Here they are, the Four Seasons!
What they gave me was a live album, the songs that had been done before. But it was not the kind of album that was going to generate the kind of money that we needed.
The label owed $1 million in back taxes. Vee-Jay went bankrupt.
I was really desperate when the judge said he was going to sell it off. That was very painful. That was one of the darkest, most unhappiest days of my life.